Recently, I published a video that talked about a piece out of the latest financial report from Toyota that talks about them working on a next level, next generation of hybrid HEV battery packs. And since the release of that video, I've gotten so many questions emailed, messaged to me, and also in the comments of that video. And I'm going to talk about those questions and answer them, starting with what these changes actually mean for the electrification side of things and hybrids, talking about fuel economy, efficiency, what it means for cost and pricing, because in this information released by Toyota, it does say that they're going to be working on cost competitiveness. And lastly, towards the end of the video, I'm going to talk about which model Toyota vehicles are likely to get this next generation of hybrid HEV batteries. Well, first and foremost, what's actually changing with these new next generation hybrid HEV batteries? So Toyota states here that they are going to be improving performance through the hybrid HEV battery advancements and technology. So that's really all they say in terms of the changes. They are going to be improving performance. So what does that mean for the battery itself? Well, it could mean that it's going to change shape, style. It's going to change, size, perhaps weight. Maybe it will get lighter. Maybe it will get heavier. I don't think it would get heavier because the weight would actually hurt the fuel economy and fuel efficiency, which Toyota is saying that they're going to improve the performance. Performance can also mean power, it could mean acceleration, it could be having more horsepower in your Toyota hybrid HEV, regardless of the model and trim that it is, which we'll talk about which ones they should be going in first later on in this video. But inside a hybrid battery, you have cells that make up that battery, and they're usually staggered straight down and side by side like rows. You can picture this packaging of gum as a cell. So this is actually what is going to be getting the advancement and improvement, is the actual internals of the hybrid batteries. So most likely these will be able to put out more performance, like Toyota is saying, with regards to power, with regards to fuel economy. So it looks like it's going to be a win-win for the consumer and even for Toyota as well, adding 600,000 units for 2027 and 2028 with this new hybrid battery pack. Now, speaking about win-win for everyone, if you don't already have a copy of the free hybrid ebook guide, consider grabbing it. I'm going to leave it linked in the description below. And if you're already an owner of a Toyota hybrid or even a plug-in hybrid, there's two other ebooks that you can consider purchasing, which are a little bit more specific to owners, or if you're about to become an owner of a Toyota hybrid. Consider those, and also consider subscribing to the Toyota World YouTube channel. It would really mean a lot to me. So speaking of win-win for both, talking about pricing, Toyota did state that they are going to have the second goal, which would be to maintain and gain cost competitiveness while doing all of these changes and all of these improvements. But let me tell you exactly what I believe that means. So when talking about cost competitiveness, it could mean one of three things. One would be that the pricing would drop in models that get this new next generation HEV hybrid battery, although I think that's the least likely of the three options. I don't think pricing would drop if you're getting an advanced next generation hybrid battery in, for example, your Toyota Camry or RAV4. We'll talk about the models later on. The second option would be that the pricing stays the same, plus minus a small margin. So Toyota does and has massive advancements with regards to performance and efficiency and all that stuff with their hybrid HEV batteries, but pricing is relatively similar to the models that had the previous generation of hybrid HEV batteries. This option is quite likely. Or the third most likely option when they say cost competitiveness is that there is a price increase, but it's not substantial. It's within reason, and it's something that still makes you go for the RAV4 or whatever the model is hybrid. when comparing against a non-hybrid or a full EV or whatever the case is. So this is probably the most likely would be the third option, where pricing does increase marginally, but it's still where the customer and the consumer is at an advantage for getting into that hybrid in the first place. I would confidently say that with this next generation of hybrid HEV batteries for Toyota, that having things like a overall longer and healthier hybrid battery lifespan is very likely. Also, things like a more compact battery pack, maybe not so large or heavy, and also overall better fuel economy are all very likely things that will happen. I got one question sent to me stating, does that mean that all these vehicles that are going to be getting these new HEV batteries are going to be getting a redesign or a new generation? Well, not completely, and that's usually not the case. If the powertrain gets upgraded or changed in terms of the hybrid battery for this case, doesn't necessarily mean that there has to be a new model redesign coming for that model or that lineup. Yes, the technology most likely will improve, whether it's the just the battery itself or the inverter or any other electrical components of the hybrid system, but it doesn't mean that it has to be a full model redesign. That's very unlikely in my opinion. Now, Toyota does state very clearly in this release that they're going to be starting with production out of Japan for the first 600,000 units for 2027 and into 2028. Now, there are a lot of different models that are built in Japan. I'm going to go over them in just a second, but I'm going to explain to you which ones I believe will get the new generation a little bit later on, so make sure you stick around. For production out of Japan, starting with the SUVs, we have models like the Toyota 4Runner, the Toyota Land Cruiser, the Toyota Crown Sedan, the Crown Signia, the Toyota Prius Plug-in. There's also the BZ, the Toyota BZ Woodland, even the Toyota CHR, and even the non-hybrid Toyota Corolla hatchback is also built in Japan. Now, what about the RAV4? Yes, the Toyota RAV4 is built in Japan, but this is only the plug-in hybrid that's built in Japan. And Toyota is not talking about plug-in hybrid PHEV batteries being updated to the new next generation. They are talking about only the HEV. So the HEV regular hybrid Toyota RAV4 for us at least is built in Ontario, so far away from Japan. So the RAV4 will not be one of the first models to get the new next generation of HEV hybrid batteries. Well, now that I've squashed that, because I've gotten so many messages and comments about if the next and upcoming RAV4 in 2027 or 2028 is going to have this new HEV hybrid battery, well, I don't think so, because that would contradict what they're saying in this release. The RAV4, at least for the hybrid HEV, is not built in Japan. So having said that, what model is most likely to get the new hybrid HEV battery? Well, my hunch tells me it is the Crown lineup. The Crown Sedan, the Crown Signia. Why? Well, first of all, it's a hybrid HEV. Second of all, it's built in Japan. And third of all, the name deserves the upgrade. If you can kind of read between the lines, the Crown has always been the jewel in the crown for the Toyota lineup and in the Toyota world from way back. And now that it got reintroduced a few years back for the North American, Canadian, and other markets, it would only make sense to give this one the upgrade. So expect, in my opinion, for models like the Crown Sedan, Crown Signia to be one of the first ones to get this new next generation of HEV hybrid batteries. Now, it's not to say that the RAV4, the Camry, or the Highlanders, or whatever the case is, could never get a new generation of hybrid batteries. It's very likely, but it looks like that's going to be after 2027 and 2028. Well, everyone, I had to do a follow-up to the previous video just to help answer so many unanswered questions about what this means for the near future or future of Toyota hybrid models. Hope I was able to help and answer those questions. If I did, smash a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.